Words are the building block of life. Show me what a person is saying, and I will show you where they are at and where they are likely going to be in the future. Second to words is language. And for ease of understanding of this message, I have divided language into three categories. Firstly, there is the foundational category, and I call it foundational because for us, especially in Africa, and I believe it's the case around the world, when we are born, it is the first language that we are exposed to. In that foundational category is not only our mother tongue, as it so happens many times in Africa, you will find an individual is able to communicate also in other ethnic languages within their region. Yeah, so for example, you find a Bantu man can speak various Bantu languages within their country. The next category is the regional language category. In this category, you find national languages. There are countries where all the ethnic groups share one specific or one dominant national language. Then there are regional languages. A case in hand is Kiswahili, which is quickly growing to be international, but yet it is a regional language mostly spoken in the East Africa region. Thirdly, there is the category that I'm calling international. And in the international category, in order of popularity, we have English, French, Spanish, and here in Africa, maybe a bit of Portuguese also. Now, I know in that international category, some people are not so happy about it, and this is due to the fact that it was born out of our colonial experience. Nonetheless, colonization, as negative as it was, it provided a bridge across different cultures, different languages, all across the world. So, for example, if I went to India today, I am confident of being understood and understanding because we can speak in English. And that applies to, any country across the world. If I am speaking one of the international languages based on the colonization pattern found in that place, I will be understood and they will understand me. Now, in addition to just language, if in your vision, all you see and that you want to be is a mere village rooster, a village cock, then focus your communication on the foundational languages. Be an expert only at your mother tongue. Foundational languages are our ethnic heritage, and by no means should we stop speaking them. Nonetheless, they limit us to being village roosters. So while we may continue on speaking them, we must always be conscious of the need to step onto the bridge, or is it even the elevator, towards the international platform. One blessing we have as human beings is that we were created with the ability to master more than one language at the same time. Already, there are numerous examples, and actually, most people on the African continent will speak between 3 and even up to 5 languages. Wisdom dictates that you choose based on your vision which languages you will focus on for your mastery. If you intend to grow your status and impact in life a bit more than the village level, then you could consider the regional languages. Just as the example I gave, you can speak Kiswahili, for example. The problem with the regional languages is that people both in the foundational language category and those in the international language category will pick your wisdom and they will share it in their own categories, either with your permission or even without it, and they will taught themselves to be very bright based on your wisdom that they are sharing. If you intend to have an international impact, then it behoves you to master a language within the international bracket of languages. It is the bridge to that world. Now, that draws me to the final point here, and that is mastery of language. Your ability to speak fluently in one or another language. You see, whether you're talking about the foundational languages or any other category for that matter, right up to the international languages, the more fluent, the more masterful you are able to express yourself in a language, the more acceptable you become to your audience. For example, if you go to an ethnic region and you speak their language, the more fluent you are in it, the more of a novelty you become in that region, and the more they will accept you, and therefore the more you will be able to execute your mandate within that region. If you go also into the international space and you speak even, for example, English, the more you are able to command mastery in English, the more they will receive you in any part of the world where English is spoken. Make no excuses. If you are interested in learning or even in improving your level of fluency in any of the international or regional languages, there is a wealth of free online material. Another trick that is important for anyone who is interested is begin listening and speaking as much as possible in the language of your interest. In this current day, many of us already own smartphones. If most of your listening on social media and on all other medias that you listen to is in the foundational languages, how do you expect to master an international one? So manage how much time you spend on foundational as compared to international, more so in this period when you are keen to improve your mastery. So the choice is yours. Are you going to be a village rooster, or are you going to impact your world internationally?